Hello and welcome back to Pokemon AlteRed Nuzlocke. This is part number 3. In last episode, we saw so many cool new Pokemon with a bunch of crazy type changes. We saw a bunch of stars on the early route. We expanded our team a good bit to go over the Pokemon that we did in fact capture. We got ourselves Gumbo, the fairy type Nincada. Very weird, very tanky, very strong physical defense. We got ourselves the good old Tufkip, which is currently holding the Lucky Egg. I know last time I left off of it with the XP chat, I decided the Lucky Egg makes more sense on it, as it's going to be the thing that's most likely to be fighting after our starter. With its lonely nature, you know, good fat power, has guts, so I can do guts shenanigans with anything that may have flame body or something like that. And we also got ourselves the ugliest looking sloth in all of everything. It's just the ugliest Pokemon I've seen ever. It is so horrendous with its fungal bulb and everything. But grass electric type, slack off with Truant. We'll see how useful it can be. At the moment, I'm unoptimistic about it, but hey, part of the Nuzlocke's experience is using Pokemon that you wouldn't normally because you think they're really ugly, then they save you in a situation, and then they become a Pokemon that you learn to adore and you get a connection with. That's part of what makes Nuzlocke so much fun, is using Pokemon you wouldn't otherwise. Plus, grass electric typing, it's pretty cool. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how we go. We'll see how it does. Truant, you know, is just immediately off-putting. But today, we are going to be going ahead and continuing with Viridian Forest, and then I think we probably just go straight into Brock's gym, which means we'll probably have to do a little bit of a training montage before we go in there, as I imagine there's going to be a little bit of a level gap. We're decently leveled, but I'm going to assume, based on absolutely nothing, that he's going to have a same level Ace as his Onix in the base game. Also, why is there two Pokemon on my screen? Did I walk into a double battle and completely lose my mind, or what? I'll come back to my thought in a second, hopefully. Can double battles just be on any trainer? Because that's my nightmare. That's like actual nightmare fuel. I'm gonna Ember the Ledyluck, and I'm gonna peck the Shrubberak. Shadow Sneak. Ooh. That's kind of cool. We miss with Falkner, as to be expected, because Hustle sucks. But we do take out the Ledyluck, which means the Ignis can take out the Shrubberak next turn, and we'll be fine. If any trainer can have a double battle, that is actually my nightmare. That's like the worst news that I could learn, because I'm not a huge fan of double battles, especially in Nuzlocke, where realistically they can just double up on one of my Pokemon. That's very scary to me, so we'll see how that goes. But to go back to my thought process, it was just one trainer. I'm assuming there's going to be a Pokemon that will be a rock type, because all of the bug types, you know, have been thrown into the forest. It seems like it's going to be different Pokemon in the area with a different type, but the same type thematically. So I'm going to assume Brock is using a rock type, and I'm going to assume he's going to have something on par with his Onix at level 14. So I'm going to train all of my Pokemon up to like 12, 13, probably the whole team at 13, which might be overkill. But it's better to be prepared when you're going in blind than underprepared. Sequoia is the Pokemon that we saw at the end of last episode, or I shouldn't say that we saw, that we heard of at the end of last episode, as this was the thing that someone wanted traded for the Dunsparce. I remember that name because I immediately thought of the pillars that Conkeldurr holds, and that was how I connected it to thinking it was going to be a rock type. But this is definitely a tree, so we're just gonna click Ember, and that should be that, nice and out of the way. Was that a Corsola? It sounded like a Corsola. I think that was a Corsola as a tree, which is interesting. But yeah, we're gonna assume that Brock is gonna have a level 14 rock-type Ace, so we're definitely gonna have Tufkip nice and leveled up, ready for that. I have been thinking about this game way more than I realistically should have, and I had a thought, okay? And this thought, it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary, but I was thinking, if I had an opportunity to make a gym based around an early strong rock type on a Pokemon that already exists, which I changed the type of, the Pokemon that I would choose, and if I've predicted this right, then God help us all, but the Pokemon that I would choose would be Defense Curl Rollout Miltank, like Whitney, but as a rock type. So I might have inflicted a little bit of fear onto myself before we've actually made it to the gym, and I might end up over-preparing. Also, this is Route 2. We've already got an encounter for Route 2, so this is not going to be a valid encounter popping out. Cannot catch the Golby. We've already got our Route 2 encounter from before. It's just the same on both sides of Viridian, so that is sadly not a new encounter for it. Pewter City, though, if we find anywhere where we can fish, that would be valid. If not, then I don't think there's any grass in Pewter City, unless there's been any added, which would then count as an encounter, but yeah. So I'm terrified of a Miltank that probably doesn't exist, but if it does, then the devs have read my mind, and that's really scary and bad, because it's a bad place to be. You don't want to read in here. You don't want to be in here at all. I guess we'll check out the town, though, before we go into the gym. Yawn. When Piderpuff sings, Pokemon get drowsy. Me too. Snore. Hey, Piderpuff. He's poo-pooing. Sorry, he's poo-poo-pooing. I just realized what I just said. He's pooping. Okay. Interesting. What? Your rocket's at Mount Moon? Huh? I'm on the phone. Scram. That makes sense. That's the same as before. Any super potions? No super potions added. We already have plenty of Pokeballs. We have 42. We bought pretty much everything. We didn't buy repels. Repels are only 5 Pokeyen. I have no excuse to not use repels, and I will still forget that they exist. I'm just gonna warn everyone now. I will still forget that they exist, okay? What do you say? Hi, glad to meet you. That's unfriendly of you. How about saying hi back? Nope, silent treatment. So, come on, tell me about yourself. I'd love to hear your profile. Tell me something good about yourself. I inflict the fear of Miltanks unto others. That's my best feature. What's your profile? My profile is info. That sounds like a really stupid response. That's not a response. That's going to give me info. That makes more sense, although I like the idea of it as a response more. A profile is written using 4 words or phrases. I'm not going to do this. I don't care that much. This is like when you choose to, like, set yourself as an ace trainer and stuff like that. That was, like, the profile. But, yeah. This is just the move deleter, which we are not going to do right now. Name rater and all of that stuff. Trades? I really want a Pikachu, so I'm trading my Clefairy for one. Okay. But they're not going to give me an extra option for a trade. That would be a nice option, but that's fine. Let's check out Pewter City, shall we? Not many serious Pokemon trainers here. They're all bug catchers, you know, just hobbyists. Pewter Gym's Brock isn't like that. Not one bit. Does he have a Miltank? Oh no. They added an NPC to warn me. Pokemon learn new techniques as they grow, but some moves must be taught to them by people. With a TM. Catch Pokemon status, you know, the kind of things that we would expect to see already. I am curious, one, if we can have any item up here. No item in the middle of that path or anything. Can we go to the next route early, or do we get turned away? We get turned away, okay. I was thinking if we could get an encounter, then we would go for it, but that's fine. You're a trainer, right? Brock's looking for some new challenges? Follow me. No. No. No, I'm not ready for this yet. I just wanted to see if there was an encounter. I just wanted to see if there was an encounter over there, please. I'm spamming the button to go back. Wait, what? Where is Brock's gym? Why have you led me to the hole? Is this gonna be like, what's his name from the other game in Diamond and Pearl? Roark, where I have to go and dig him out of the tunnels? If you have the right stuff, go take on Brock. I guess it would be a pretty crazy level jump if we had to fight Brock with this, and this is trained. Speaking of training, I guess I want Bunt in front. It's time to start getting Bunt some XP. Okay, so they're gonna make me go and dig him out of, like, a cave? Pewter Grotto. I see grass. And sand? Does sand count as, like, an encounter patch? Can I get, like, a ground type there? Is this even an encounter room? I assume this is an encounter room. It's got, like, the same, you know, jingle as Viridian Forest. But we also have grass. Who do we want to lead with for our encounter? Nothing crazy there. Sand attack is not anything important. Sweet Kiss is confusion, not sleep, right? Yep, that's confusion. Nothing crazy on Ignis. Grubbo does have Yawn. I guess we'll lead with Grubbo to Yawn whatever we encounter. And let's see what our Pewter Grotto encounter is, I suppose. Pewter Grotto encounter is going to be a Weedle. Oh. Well. Oh. Sorry, a Geodal. Like a Geodude Weedle. Is this a Geode Weedle? Like a Rock-type Weedle? With, like, amethyst horns? Kinda cool. It's kinda cool. I'm gonna Yawn. Poison Sting. Maybe you are just a Weedle. Ow. We land our Yawn, and then we're gonna immediately swap out, because I don't want to get hit by any, like, crit super effective Poison Stings. It may be a Weedle, but it does have type advantage. Yeah, I guess we just immediately go to Ignis. Well, I guess, actually, if it's Rock, this might not be a good idea, but it'll go to sleep this turn anyway, and we'll live one. Let's go for Rock Throw. It does 6 damage, though. We're okay. We're fine. We're fine. I guess the one positive of catching a Weedle is at least we get a Beedrill before the first gym. The type changed Beedrill before the first gym, provided everything is the same. So I guess it could be worse. I can't help but feel like Weedle is the worst thing on this route, though, because all of the routes before this have had some crazy powerful stuff, and Weedle cannot be it. It cannot be it. The Poison Barb Pokemon. Geodal are very social and love to play with others. Unfortunately, their toxic spines make them unpopular. It is not Amethyst. It is just Poison. What are we going to call you? What do we want to call this ugly little Weedle? Do we maybe try and embrace a really strong name for this Weedle so that it goes through all of its time with us thinking it's really strong and it gets like an effect on it where it thinks it's actually really strong and it gets the nice power behind it? We'll try it. We're gonna call him Titan. We're gonna call him Titan, and hopefully by calling him Titan he becomes nice and powerful when he evolves. That's the plan. That's the plan. It could also just be a horrible name. We will see. We will see. Titan is holding an item. It is a jolly nature. That is a good nature for a Titan. I like that. Rock Poison with a Poison Barb. Pretty fast. Has Poison Point, which means I can activate Guts on Mudkip. Sorry, Tough Kip. Buff Kip. Bunt. He has many names. He is just... He's collected many titles from his years as a powerhouse. Okay. I'm going to take the XP share immediately off of Grubbo, and I'm going to put it onto the Weedle, because I want to see what the Weedle evolves into. I want to see if it changes type. Probably won't. I imagine if it starts at Rock Poison, it will stay as Rock Poison, but maybe it will become something cooler when it's fully evolved. Who knows? And we're going to put Bunt back in front and continue along, I guess. Although I am curious what else we could have gotten. I might run around a little bit. Maybe we'll train up a couple levels, get Weedle evolved here before we continue, and we'll see what else we could have gotten. Wurmple. That does make me feel a little bit better about the Weedle immediately, because when I see a Wurmple, it makes me think, this is the trash area. And I collected one trash of the many. However, I'm sure there's probably like... well, not starters here, but something else powerful here. There's going to be a rare encounter for sure, and Weedle was not it. Do we want to learn Bite? Yes, actually. Bite is really good. We are a fighting type. We currently cannot hit ghosts. Bite lets us hit ghosts. Also, if they swap into a psychic type, or even a flying type, that does give us a good neutral move or super effective move against them. That is a really good move. I will get rid of Tackle for that, because realistically, we're not going to click Tackle ever. We'll either go for Stab, Rock Smash, or Bite. That's a good move to learn. I like that. What else do we have? Wurmple, Weedle, Ujama? Ujama? Can I bite him? You're like small Whalema? It looks like a Whalmer with like ditto eyes. Outspeeds, licks. Avoided damage with Wonder Guard. Oh no. Have you become Shedinja? What typing is it? Grass? Rock? Bug? Time to work out what this is early before it kills us later on in the run, I guess. We'll go for a Rock Smash and see if it hits. It does not. Okay, interesting. So it's not Ghost, it's not Rock, although it would have been super effective. I'm going to assume Bug or Grass and go to Ignis and hit it with a Fire move because it is green. However, it's more of like a poisony green. If it's a poison type, that is a bit of a problem. Oh. Okay, Bug or Grass does get bonked by Ember. Nice. Nice. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know. We just need to know that we can kill it. What else do we have in this grass? Because that was different. That wasn't just a ordinary bug. Oh, I could have had a Grass Rock Larvitar. I could have had a Grass Rock Larvitar and I got a Weedle. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Wait, that wasn't super effective? His name starts with Sprout, okay? He is a grass type. I don't know what his secondary typing is if he has one. Maybe it's just pure grass. I'm just gonna Rock Smash again. I am sad that we didn't get a Larvitar, okay? I'll admit it. Fine. I'll put my hand up. I accept. I'm sad. I'm sad. I would have preferred to have a Larvitar than a Weedle. But let's see what Weedle will evolve into, shall we? Our Weedle becomes the strongest Kakuna you've ever seen, okay? You have no idea the power of this Kakuna. You see those spikes on his side? That means his attack stat is what's strong, rather than defense. Offense is the best defense for this Kakuna. That actually looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually pleasantly surprised of how that looks. For a Kakuna, it's not a Larvitar though. Ultimately, it is not a Larvitar, which does break my heart slightly. It is still Rock Poison. It did boost its defense, but not to an amount where it actually seems impressive, because, I mean, this is level 7 as well, and it has 22 defense, which is a little bit more impressive than that. So yeah, I guess we'll keep the EXP share on it, because a Beedrill would be very nice, but yeah, that's nothing too crazy. I guess we'll see a couple more things if there's anything else here. Oh! Oh, Caterpie. That makes sense. If Weedle is here, Caterpie is here, and Wurmple. A lot of bugs that have been, all changed to Rock, I think? I think they've all been changed to Rock. Super effective fighting type move. That checks out. That makes sense for a Rock type. We did see a good amount in a row of fresh encounters. I don't know if we have anything else we can find here. Maybe if there's anything else, we'll see it as we go through. Are you a trainer? You are a trainer. I am curious to see the trainer's levels. We are pretty healthy at the moment, so let's see what kind of thing we're dealing with here. What kind of levels are we looking at inside of the grotto? With your Fandesite? Oh, Fanpy. Fanpy and Andesite, that block from Minecraft that no one ever remembers. And it should not have been added, okay? It should not have been added to Minecraft. Remove it. It was changed to a rock type and it got bonked. Nice. Titan immediately level 8. Nice, I like that. Learns Protect. Honestly, better than Harden. Oh, they're about to send in a tough kit. Well, we have a tough kit, and we know that Gumbo should be able to deal with it just fine, because ours has Bite, which we would resist on this, and 2 fighting moves. Possibly Tackle, but I don't think Tackle would do too much. We have really good defense, so I think we're good to just Draining Kiss. Low Kick does 3 damage with a crit. I think we're fine. I think Gumbo has got this. Honestly, that's pretty good damage. I was gonna say, honestly, Gumbo would be a really good wall, even if we just need to, like, charm something that's scary, but that damage was respectable, actually. Bite did 1 damage. Tackle did 3. We're probably just gonna heal back to full, actually. Gumbo might be one of the ones worth leveling up ready for the gym. I don't know if I'm going to level up everyone, because I don't think we're going to bring in Ignis, and I don't think we're going to bring in Falkner either. I'm just going to go back to Bunt for this. I would go to Ignis, but I'm afraid of it having, like, rock-type coverage, because it's in the grotto filled with rock types. But yeah, I think Bunt is going to need to be leveled up. Bunt, I'm probably going to get to, like, level 13 at least. Slack off, or should I say Monocough, I'm going to get to level 13 as well. Oh, no. Wait, what? Excuse me? They've reworked Dragon Rage somehow, because it did 5 damage rather than 40, which is a big drop-off. Did they make it an actual, like, base power? Because it seems weird that it would consistently do 5 damage. The way I would personally rework Dragon Rage is I would just make it do 20. You know, like Sonic Boom. I don't really have an issue with Sonic Boom, so that'd be my way of doing it. Oh, we don't have to run in the grass? Oh, we don't have to run in the grass to get encounters come out. Okay, interesting. And then we do have an area ahead of us. There's part of me that is slightly afraid of going in here because of the boss fights in Pokemon Clover lately have just sort of been, like, jumping out the second you walk in, and then you get trapped, but... Pewter City Pokemon Gym, Leader Brock, the rock-solid Pokemon trainer. I am going to go and train up my team before we take this on. The plan is going to be, I am going to get Bunt, Gumbo, and Grubbo to level 13. Maybe, well, and Titan. Titan will probably also get to level 13 because it will be fully evolved, and a Beedrill sounds like a good idea. So we'll have those 4 at level 13. Ignis probably won't be useful. Falkner probably won't be useful. But I don't think I'm going to level them. And then we will take on the gym. Struggle. Okay. How much XP are these? 190 XP. Okay, alright. This is worth it then. We are trying to learn Detect. Okay. I went to the Pokemon Center training room in the back to try it out for once, and they give really good XP here, actually. So I feel like this is probably where I'm going to train up the team. It does mean that I won't see potential other Pokemon in the Grotto and stuff like that, but I feel like it's worth it because of the amount of time that it will take. So I'm going to train up here. Another 190 XP. That gets Titan to level 10, which means... What? Wait, huh? Wait, which means Beedrill. No? Oh, it doesn't Beedrill in this game. There's been a change. Okay, update. It seems like all of the bug Pokemon in Pewter Grotto, like Caterpie, Weedle, and Wurmple, all evolve at level 20 rather than level 10 in this game. I assume that's because they are no longer bugs, which makes sense. They've had their types changed. This is a rock poison type, you know? It's slightly more interesting than bug poison. So it's been nerfed in terms of evolution level rather than anything else, which does mean we probably aren't going to be using it. So I'm just going to go ahead and slap the EXP share onto some other things, and we won't worry too much about Titan. We might level up Ignis to 13 as well. I can't imagine Ignis being super useful in the gym, but we'll probably be running these 4. Okay, our Pokemon are in fact trained up and ready to go. We have ourselves, most importantly, Bunt, and surprisingly enough, Grubbo as our top 2. We have Gumbo at level 13, and we have Ignis at level 13 as well. But the reason these 2 are so trained up is because I decided I would level up Grubbo until it learned a move. And at level 14, it has finally gone ahead and learnt Needle Arm, which does mean that this Pokemon actually has an attack other than Scratch now, because up until this point, I was going to be using this fully as a yawn bot. I was going to bring it in, yawn something that was scary, and then try and get out. And I was like, that seems like a disaster. I will try and train this up a little bit more outside of the substitute room. We do now have ourselves a Needle Arm on this thing, so it can hopefully, you know, take out one Pokemon by itself, maybe? At the end of the day, we have Truant, so I don't know if it will, because it would mean it would have to live realistically 3 hits, because we're slow with base 14 speed, and I don't know if that's going to happen, but, you know, Needle Arm is at least an option for us. Obviously, Tough Kip is going to be great. We have Detect, Bite, Low Kick, and Rock Smash. We have ourselves our good old Gumbo, our Ninkada, which has 36 defense, so the physical wall is here, which might be useful because a lot of rock types are physical. And then we also have Ignis trained up to level 13. The reason why this is even trained up at all is because of the fact that Larvitar is in the Pewter Grotto, and there's a chance that they might have it in the gym as, like, the one odd Pokemon as a counter for, like, the obvious water-type starters and stuff. So it might be there as a counter, so we have our Fire-type trained up, just in case. But for right now, it is gym challenge time. Hiya, do you want to dream big? Do you dare to dream of becoming the Pokemon champ? I'm no trainer, but I can advise you on how to win. Let me take you to the top. Sure, please give me hints. Let me know if he has a Miltank. Alright, let's get happening. First Pokemon out in a match is at the left. Why are you telling me this? I know this. This is the Pokemon ordering system. Yeah, I know this. That's what I just went over. We just went through this. That doesn't help me. I thought he was going to be like, Brock's weakness is actually if you throw feathers in front of his face while he's trying to direct his Pokemon to battle, and then he'll sneeze and not be able to control his Pokemon in the middle of the fight. You know, that would have been helpful. That would have been more helpful than what he told me. But we do have this trainer, which we can go ahead and fight on the way up to Brock to give us an idea of the levels that we will be facing, to know if we are actually prepared. Geodal. I haven't gone ahead. I know some of you are going to be disappointed in this. I haven't gone ahead and poisoned Bunt before we go in. My reasoning for this is pretty simple. We're not that fast. That's simple. We're not super fast, so we're gonna get hit by an attack first, meaning we're not just gonna like walk in and one-shot them. Instead, we're probably gonna need to hit a couple times, although the gods really say they want me to use Guts. That's pretty tempting. It's pretty tempting, I'm not gonna lie. They've given me the option right here. I intentionally didn't poison myself because I was like, we're gonna go second. We did outspeed there, level 11 as well, it's not too scary. We're gonna go second, so I want to make sure that we are, you know, gonna stay nice and healthy. Also, we're probably gonna be relying on Bunt to take out multiple Pokemon in a row, and that poison damage will start to tick, so I am still gonna go ahead and heal up the poison. I know, disappointing, I talked up Guts all that much, and I'm getting rid of the thing that activates it. If we get poisoned by a Weedle in the gym fight, however, so be it, you know, then we accept Guts. I won't cure it at that point unless it's going to kill us somehow, but I want to make sure that we are nice and healed. I guess I'm going to put the Sharp Beak onto Falkner in case we need it. If we need to rely on Bagon taking something out with Peck, then dear God, but let's see how this will go. Please don't have a Rock-type rollout Miltank, please. So, you're here. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter's gym leader. My rock-hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock-hard. Oh, and have true grit determination. That's right, my Pokemon are all a rock type. Let's see if that actually stands true, because part of me was wondering if you would have, like, 3 Pokemon and 2 be rock type, and then maybe the Larvitar as a surprise, because it was previously a rock type, but now it's a grass type? We'll see. Ooh ha ha ha, you're going to challenge me knowing that you'll lose? It's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. Okay, Brock. Okay, I am leading with my best, to be fair. He has 4 Pokemon. He starts with Icky-kun. Icy-kun. God, that sounds so weeby to say. I'm going to assume that this is an Ice Rock type, and I think that we have led with the perfect thing. We'd probably just annihilate this thing. There's a good chance it has Sturdy. Possibly Sturdy Stealth Rock. It is also level 13, which is about what I expected to be there. I thought they'd be 12 and 14. Maybe it's 13 and 14, but it's closer. I also thought there'd be less Pokemon, though. We actually only have 3 Pokemon that can even put up, like, a half-decent fight against this gym. So this could be really scary. But for now, let's just Rock Smash and hope that there is no Sturdy. There is no sturdy. Okay, nice, good, which means that there's no stealth rock shenanigans being set up or anything like that. It had rough skin, actually. Good to know. I do still have the lucky egg on Bunt, just in case it can gain any levels as we go through. Car boink. Your car shouldn't be going boink. Carbink? Carbink is already a rock type, but I guess it could have had a type change. Or it could be carbohydrates boink, like a bread pig. Okay, I'm losing it. We're just going to assume rock, and I'm going to assume that they're bringing this in because it's somewhat useful against Bunt. In which case, we can go into Grubbo, which would be okay. Or we can go to Gumbo. Grubbo seems like it would be fine against a rock psychic type. It would also be fine against a rock flying type, technically. It would still be neutral. It'd be fine against a rock ghost type, which would be all the things that would be brought in if Bunt wasn't useful against it. So let's go to Grubbo. Let's work out what on earth we're even looking at. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen! Why? Why can't I have this? I have the ugliest Pokemon fighting against the most beautiful thing I've seen in ages. They send out this absolutely beautiful rock spoink, and I have this stupid looking slack-off staring it down. It's also level 14. Is this his ace? Please tell me that I was prepared for a rock-type defense curl rollout Miltank, and his ace is just a spoink. Please. I'm gonna go for a Needle Arm because I think it'll do a good amount of damage. I'm slightly afraid of this thing being a special attacker with a weird move, but I'm just gonna go for it. We get Karate Chopped. Okay. Okay. And Needle Arm does half. Unfortunately, Karate Chop is a high crit move, which means if it goes for that, considering outspeeds, there is a chance that we get bonked, so we probably need to swap. However, if this is a swole spoink, like it looks like, because it's kind of flexing, right? It's kind of flexing? Yeah, it's kind of flexing. We could maybe be fighting a rock fighting type, which wouldn't explain why they brought it in against Bunt. But let's go to Gumbo. Go to Gumbo. A potion. A half health. Okay. Okay. I do want to know if we can use potions, actually, so I'm going to use my potion now, just as a test. Can I potion up Grubbo? I can. Okay. While we're still at a somewhat safe point, Accelerock. Okay, interesting. But we have a lot of physical defense. Like, I think we're absolutely fine here. We are a wall. I'm good to just Draining Kiss. Clear. Oh, but we have Clear Body. I totally remembered that. Yep, that was absolutely something that was planned. And a crit one-shots? Nincada is not messing around. Nincada back to full HP with that level 14, which is nice. Plus 2 defense to 38 defense, the absolute wall that this thing is. As Brock goes to send out Incendo. What on earth is Incendo? It's a fire type, because it starts like an Incineroar. So we know that it's going to be fire and rock. Meaning we probably want to go to Bunt. Draining Kiss isn't going to do anything. Needle Arm isn't going to do anything. Our fire type moves aren't going to do anything. We have to rely on Bunt. Okay. Easy process of elimination. Nothing too crazy there. Please, Bunt, destroy whatever this is. That is a Pineco. That is a Pineco. Incendiary Pineco. You're going to explode. I'm using Detect. Oh, it didn't. I thought I was being smart. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna Rock Smash in that case. He outspeeds us. Goes for the Flame Wheel, which does 11 damage. Manageable. We get a crit Rock Smash, which does a ton of damage and defense drops. Okay, nice, nice. There's a chance that he potions here. I don't know how many potions he would have. There's also a chance it explodes here. Like, a Pineco without explosion isn't a Pineco, right? It's literally like a grenade. It looks like a grenade. Right? Am I overthinking this? Do we just Rock Smash? I'm scared. I'm scared of something that might not even exist. Defensive wall. Defensive wall is an option. We could go the defensive wall. We could go the defensive wall. It is an option. It's pretty tempting right now. I'm afraid of it going for self-destruct. I keep saying explosion. I don't think it'll have an explosion at level 14, but it could have self-destruct. I'm gonna Rock Smash. Okay, he does potion, had a defense drop. This should KO. Nice. Okay. I'm glad I didn't overthink things. Not too much anyway. And we are going to take that out nice and easy. Get level 15 on Bunt, which is nice. Trying to learn Foresight, which would allow us to take Ghosts, but we already have Bite, so I don't care about that. Gumbo also gets some XP, and your last Pokemon is Carbolt. Oh my god, I'm thinking it's Carbink again. I can't get Carbink out of my brain, because, like, it's a Rock-type gym, and Carbink is a Rock-type. Did they make Carbink an Electric-type, and that's why it ends with Bolt? Like, Rock-Electric? Carbink? Maybe? It's certainly possible. Do we go to Grubbo? Grubbo could deal with Rock Electric just fine. In fact, most of my Pokemon are fine against Rock Electric, out of these three anyway. I'm gonna go to Grubbo. I think Grubbo should be fine to deal with any Electric type moves. It is neutral to Rock, which isn't great, but we have Grass type moves. It is a Carvana, not a Carbink. Okay, that's slightly scarier. I was thinking it was gonna be a nice defensive Carbink, so I could go for a Yawn. Do I still want to go for a Yawn on this thing? Normally, Carvana would be frail. However, in this game, all of the types and stats are changed. So, it might be really bulky. I don't know what this thing can do, so I'm gonna Yawn. Focus Energy. Oh no. That's scary. I also have the other issue of I don't know whether this is a physical or a special attacker. If it's a physical attacker, we have a defensive wall that we could go into right now and we would be fine. However, if it's a special attacker, that's more of a problem. Because then Bunt is honestly a better swap in. Gumbo is full health, 40 HP. It still has respectable special defense. I'm gonna go to Gumbo. We're gonna go to Gumbo. I'm gonna try and Sweet Kiss it and confuse it. Accelerock. It's physical. Good. Good. I Charm. I know it's set up crit, so this isn't necessarily the smartest idea, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna crit every time. It could have a scope lens, and I might have just screwed myself, though. We'll see. I am gonna Sweet Kiss. 2 turns sleep. Good. So he'll be asleep and confused. Nice. We land it. That's what I like to see. We are a wall. Okay? That is the plan. The plan is to become the wall. We're going to go for a Draining Kiss. So we'll be able to get a little bit of health back each turn as well. He stays asleep, which is nice. The damage isn't great. It isn't great. And it has Rough Skin. That's not great. But I'm going to Draining Kiss again. He wakes up. Is confused. Hopefully it hits itself. Best case scenario. It does. Nice. Okay, that's great. We love that. Draining Kiss again. Hopefully we can high roll or crit or something so we can actually get a positive return on HP. Which I think we did. We got a high roll. We got +1 HP. Let's go. What is that? An Oran Berry. Okay, I was just slightly afraid it was going to be like a Lychee Berry or something. But that's okay. That's okay. I Draining Kiss again. Hit yourself. It doesn't. Thunder Fang. Oh my god, that did so much damage. We have, like, 40 physical defense. I guess it was a crit, but oh my god, that did so much damage. Holy hell. Oh, there goes 2 encounters. There goes 2 Pokemon for that. 38 defense and it one-shot us practically. That sucks. That sucks. I really lured myself into a false sense of security with that charm. I should not have went for the charm. The charm was pointless because it can crit. It doesn't have a scope lens, so it just got the lucky crit. I guess focus energy is still a good increase. We have to go to Grubbo now, and we have to go for Needle Arm. That is the only thing we can do. We have to survive the whatever move it goes for plus crit, and we need to Needle Arm. Best case scenario is it hits itself though. It does not. It Accelerocks. Does not crit. We Needle Arm. Is this enough to KO? How bulky are you? Okay, we do make it through, but not unscathed, unfortunately. We do lose Nincada. And that sucks. If I just didn't charm on that one turn, or if I, you know, had one more turn of hitting itself, things could have went better. Things could have went better, but... That was actually a very tough gym fight. That was an incredibly tough gym fight. I went in there, I would say adequately prepared because we won, but also... Damn. Thunderfang. That was strong. TM39 contains Accelerock. That is a good TM reward, however, I'm not very happy right now. I'm not. I actually really like Nincada, and the idea of having 2 encounters was really good. Oh no, Ignis can learn it. It's going to become a rock type when it evolves. Bunt learning it, however, is nice, because that lets us get coverage against flying types. So, I will learn that. Probably instead of Detect, as I'm really not going to be using Detect that much. Man. Losing 2 encounters, that really sucks, though. That really, really sucks. I guess we'll also teach Accelerock to Titan, I suppose. But yeah, that is a bummer. That is a bummer. I guess I'm fine to get rid of Rock Throw. Accelerock's 100% accurate, and we're pretty slow on this Pokemon, so, you know, not really a downside. We lose 10 base power, but priority. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, well, I guess we need to go ahead and make ourselves the Death Box. I don't normally name my boxes like this, but it felt tragic enough, so the tragic name goes. Goodbye, Gumbo. You could have been many things. You could have been a great Pokemon. You could have been 2 encounters for us, which would have actually been incredible, but you did at least allow us to win the gym battle, which I guess does matter a lot, because to be honest, if Nincada didn't do as much damage as it did, we may have been swept. So, I guess it was necessary, but after that successful gym battle, we should celebrate. This was a successful gym battle. We have made it. Next episode, we will go and get our encounter to the right of this town, and we will see what we can add in its place. For right now, though, if you guys have enjoyed this episode against Brock, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and above everything,